Hello and welcome back to our Bible story time. I'm so glad that you came to join us today. Each day we're reading stories from the Lectionary Story Bible, which was written by Ralph Milton, and I'm so glad Ralph gave his permission for us to share his stories in this way, right back at the very beginning of this pandemic and of all our storytelling. Today we're reading Written on Your Hearts, and it's based on Jeremiah 31, verses 31 to 34. Even though he was still a child, Jeremiah knew what God wanted him to do. Even before you were born, I wanted you to be a prophet, God told Jeremiah. I want you to be a prophet who goes and tells all the people everywhere about my love. But I'm just a kid, said Jeremiah. Can't I wait until I grow up? Don't worry, Jeremiah. I will put my words in your mouth. I will tell you what to say. Then Jeremiah closed his eyes. He felt something strange and wonderful. It was as if God's gentle, warm hand had touched his lips. When Jeremiah felt that, he knew he was ready to be a prophet. God has a dream for you, Jeremiah said to the people who gathered at the marketplace. God has a dream that someday you will live in God's way all the time. How can that be? The people asked Jeremiah. We're busy. We have to grow grain for food, and we have to get water to drink, and we have to keep our houses clean. We have to come to the market to buy the things we need. There's so much work to do. We can't think about God all the time. We're too busy. God understands that, said Jeremiah. But think of it this way. Pretend that God has written some words on your heart. You will know about God's love all the time. It will always be there. Do you mean God opens up our bodies and writes on our hearts? The people asked. Yuck. No, said Jeremiah. God's love lives deep inside of you all the time. It's as if God has written, I love you on your heart. You don't have to ask, how can I live in God's way? You have God's kindness and care, God's love living inside you all the time. Close your eyes and ask, what has God written on my heart? What is God's dream for me? Do that often, and you will always know how to live God's way. It will be as if God has written, I love you, deep inside your heart. The end. I'm so glad that you came to join us today. I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.